Hi, my name's Chris Gordon. I'm teacher of photography and art at Ralph Allen. I'm just going to take you through a PowerPoint, sort of explaining photography at sixth form level during year 12, year 13. I'll hopefully give you the information that you need. And then the last few slides on the PowerPoint are an example of a student's work. So it's not a full project, it's just a nice example. So very quickly, looking at course facts. During year 12, you'll have 8 lessons a fortnight. And what we're looking at is developing skills, techniques, and processes. We start off with an experimental darkroom project. There's a series of workshops to explore shooting and editing techniques, critical analysis of others' work, a personal project exploring a given theme, and then from the Easter in year 12, you would start your coursework, which is 60% of your grade, your A-level grade. Year 13, you'll have an extra hour, so you have 9 lessons a fortnight, and your coursework continues, that's 60%, and that continues through to the February of year 13. So students create a body of work that investigates an idea, an issue, concept, or theme of their choice. Also alongside this, you would have a 1,000 to 3,000 word essay. From the February of year 13, that's when your externally set assignment would begin. That's the final 40%. It says questions provided by the exam board. Students choose one as a starting point for their project. This culminates in a 15-hour exam, during which time students create a finished outcome. So that is some basic course facts there. So this is a little bit of repetition here. How many lessons will you have and how will you learn? So 8 lessons a fortnight in year 12. Classes usually have 2 teachers, so quite often evenly split, 4 hours per teacher. You'll experience a range of workshops to explore different techniques and processes. You'll also have one-to-one tutorials to discuss work progress during the course. Group discussions and feedback about others' work are also important. So it's really essential you learn to talk about your own work, but also talking about others' work is very important. And you would be expected to work independently and manage your time effectively. This is a real key skill in photography. So what's covered? So like I say, in year 12, the start, we have experimental darkroom techniques, looking at photograms, projectograms, cyanotypes, loom imprints, various techniques, some of which you may have explored previously. Also looking at how to use and develop black and white film, so old 35mm film. Looking at manual controls on film and digital cameras, so getting used to those, sort of building up confidence. Analysing the work of photographers, discussing their work, how it relates to your work. Photoshop editing, obviously there's other editing software, so it could be film editing software, it could be Illustrator, there's various things to be used. And the last one there, creative and imaginative sketchbook presentation. So that could be a paper sketchbook, or it could also be a PowerPoint, something like that. They're both worth the exact same marks, so different ways of presenting your work. What makes a successful A-level photography student? So effort is obviously key. Perseverance, a willingness to take risks. That's really important in terms of just experimenting, see how things work and sort of making mistakes, learning from those mistakes. Energy, interest and enthusiasm, commitment. So within photography, there's a lot of work outside of lesson, actually going out, taking photographs, ready for the lessons to edit, etc. And also independent and creative thinking. This now, I feel this sort of explains more than my PowerPoint, but it's an example of a student's work. It's just 8, so you can see at the top there, shoot 8. This is part of a project, an ongoing project that they've been working on. So the way it works is looking at an artist, so researching that artist. That's an example there talking about their work, what they've done, how they've produced their work. Then the next page on this PowerPoint is actually looking at an individual image. So looking at the subject, what's within the image, the composition, the process, and then personal response. Following that, the student, they've done the research, they've sort of understood the work, and then they start to produce their own response, their own outcomes. So here you can see they've obviously produced the work and they're constantly annotating and evaluating their work. Here we go, continued. So you can see the edit on the left and then the original image, again, constantly annotating. As another example, edit 3. And then this is sort of a step-by-step explaining the process of the work they're producing. Things sort of annotated, explained. More edits. There's a sense of repetition, but it's constantly developing their idea, what they're doing. And here we go, another edit. Edit 7. So this is still working on the same theme, but developing their ideas. And there we go. So this, in terms of the layout, that's how we would work within a sketchbook, looking at an artist, responding to that artist's work, and then sort of turning it into your own style. And this would sort of continue throughout the course. Right, that is all I need to say at the moment. I hope that has explained everything you need to know. Marvellous. Thank you.